Hello and welcome to the Ninqueso Exploring Japan channel, where I am on a journey to find out everything I can about Japan, the people, the culture, and today about everything I need to know about traditional Japanese houses, because I can imagine there's stuff that I don't know. Surprisingly, coming from the UK and never actually been in a Japanese house. So yes, I am back. I took a week off last week. Hope you missed me. And you were like, where's Ninqueso gone? But I'm back now. And let us find out just what we need to know about these traditional Japanese houses.
Houses of old capital of Japan. If you have visited Kyoto or Naramachi, you
haven't.
have definitely seen streets full of rows of wooden
I
houses
have
in
seen
specific
them.
city centers districts. These are called machiya, which literally means townhouse. Local people call them unagi no nedoko, the bedrooms of elves, because even though they have a small facade facing
I thought it said eels. What's an L? I'm confused.
the street, behind they're actually long and narrow. Average plot is less than 5 meters wide, but 4 times as deep, so around 20 meters.
Okay, that's not too. That's quite a few rooms there. That is. I could fit in there, I think.
Stretching back from the street line. What is the difference between minka and machiya?
I don't know.
The term minka literally means houses of the people. This term covers a great variety of residential types, from the great houses of village headmen and rich merchants to the huts of the poorest farmers. One of the best examples of minka tradition is the Yoshimura house, located in Habikino City in Osaka Prefecture.
Okay.
It preserves the simple vitality and solidity of the old architectural manners, together with no small sophistication.
Again, looking at the floor plan of this, the oven area, the earth floor, the storeroom, that's quite a big place. That is like huge. Narrow, long and huge.
And even elegance. The Yoshimura family, which still owns the family house today, boasts the honor of this house. We could say that machiya is a specific type of minka. Therefore,
That still doesn't look like your common everyday house, though, is it? I thought that's what we were going to be going over.
machiya were the old urban townhouses that served as both residence and as a workplace for local merchants and tradesmen.
Use origami.
Naramachi and machiya. Many of machiya can be found and seen in Nara, specifically in Naramachi district,
I feel like I've seen this sort of shop before down this alleyway.
which literally means Nara town, and it is a former merchant district of Nara, originating in a town of shrines and temples called Nanto, which means South Capital. Naramachi developed as a town of commerce and then as a town of tourism. Its townscape and old machiya, built from the late Edo period to the Meiji period, offers visitors comfort and ease. While they go into a deep dive into the unique
Is that mochi?
Japanese culture.
I don't think it's real
Here
mochi.
in Naramachi, many of machiya transformed into the museums, gift shops or guest houses, as well as cozy ramen and sushi restaurants. Naramachi Mechanical Toy Museum is also a really captivating place to visit. Before its development into a merchant district around the 15th century, the area that is Naramachi today used to be occupied almost entirely by the once spacious grounds of Kangoji Temple, a World Heritage Site. You know how much I love those. It is considered to be Japan's
Not your typical house then.
oldest Buddhist temple, first built in Asuka, but then relocated in Nara at the beginning of the 8th.
What are those things wrapped up? What are they meant to symbolise? I don't know. It's almost like, could almost be like rice with some sort of salmon wrapped around it, but I don't think it probably is. Let me know in the comments if you know what they are, because I don't think she's going to tell me.
Century. Fires during the 15th and 19th centuries destroyed many of the original structures, and the need for more residential space gradually diminished the temple's influence and size. Though once a sprawling complex today, only a couple of temple buildings remain. Naramachi is particularly atmospheric at night, when most of the traffic and tourists have dispersed and the lanterns of the restaurants are being lit. You can imagine yourself transported back to the Edo period as you stroll around
Apart from the cars that's going around the corner.
these traditional Japanese streets.
I would like to
Oh,
explore
what
there.
is that? But walking during the day, you might catch yourself saying, "Oh, what is that?"
Is that what I'll catch myself saying? Oh, what is that?
Well-known distinguishing feature of Naramachi scenery are the tiled roofs and latticed windows. But you will also notice the red objects hanging under the eaves of houses.
Yes. I think they are going to tell me what these are.
In Naramachi, you often see a red fabric ornament hanging from the eaves. This is a charm representing a monkey. He's a messenger of Koshin-san. The monkey
I don't see it myself.
suffers calamities in the place, so it is called a scapegoat monkey. Hanging such monkeys from the eaves of the private and mercantile houses now became a tradition of Naramachi. What
I definitely
was
wasn't going to guess
machiya
that was a
used for?
monkey.
Machiya, a long, narrow townhouse
And no popping in the comments that they're monkeys after you've watched this bit of the video, making it seem like you're like all knowledgeable. I know your game.
houses served both as shops and as the living quarters of the local merchants. The storefronts of machiyas were often kept narrow. Although individual machiya differed to renovations made over time, representative features include the structure's long rectangular design, its narrow
That seems to be a
front, and
theme
deep
going on here.
interior. The reason for this long, narrow shape lies both in the fact that the land and the taxes were assessed on the width of house's facade, as well as
That's a strange way to base your taxes. It's all about the width.
in the inherent desire of local townspeople to keep an eye on the street outside.
It's interesting.
How does machiya look like? To understand how the machiya looks like, let's take a visit to the Naramachi Koshi no Ie. Right in
like
the
the
center
outdoor
of
bit in the
Naramachi's
middle of it.
district, there is a Koshi no Ie, an amazing reproduction of a machiya. If you look at the building across the road, that one is actually an original, and it's 300 years old. It's not open to the public since it is a private house. But fortunately, Koshi no Ie is one of those houses, one of those machiyas, the old urban townhouses that served as both a residence and workplace for local merchants and tradesmen. How the inside of machiya feels like. In Koshi no Ie, you can relax while breathing in the ways and the lifestyles of old Nara's early residents. You can also come to understand the function
See, I'm good with these houses. Something like this in the middle of nowhere. It'd be nice.
of koshi, the slatted
It'd
window
be
lattice
nice.
work covering the windows on the front of the house, which look like a double-sided mirror, allowing a hidden view of the streets outside while keeping the inside of the house concealed.
Oh, it's for
Walking
nosy
around the house
neighbours.
barefoot on tatami floor, you can also proceed to the garden and put on the geta, Japanese sandals, and walk on the stone pavement. I was lucky enough that the lady who works at the reception showed me details such as sliding doors, how the entrance door is closed during the night for security, variations on how the windows can be opened during different seasons and times of the day. Therefore, this house definitely
looks very
feels
complex.
highly functional since it is so thoughtfully made. Here are 4 important parts of Koshi no Ie. Number 1. Nakaniwa, the inner garden. A long
like the
connecting
inner
corridor
garden.
bridged the main house to the detached room Hanare and the storehouse Kura in the back, while also providing access to the bath and lavatory. Number 2. Hakokai,
Bit annoying that you got to go outside though to go to the toilet. especially in the winter.
What I found especially interesting is that in the parlor you can see stairs using a chest of drawers. Over a long period of history, people learned to make a full use of their limited land and space.
Like a dance studio up there.
Number 3. Kemurinuki, the smoke duet. The elevated roof served as an escape duct for smoke emitted from the hearth, kamado. Akaritori, the skylight. To ventilate the earthen floor kitchen doma, these skylights allowed air to circulate and sunlight to enter freely. If you haven't
This is where you do
already,
your cooking.
go and visit Machiya here in Nara.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's quite far away from me at the moment. I might have to wait a bit.
Since it is run by the local council, the entrance is free of charge. Being so accessible, located maybe like 15 minutes from Kintetsu and Nara Station, you can go there in no time. Open hours are every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
pushing it,
except
isn't she?
Mondays when it's closed.
I mean-
While you're in this street, you can also visit
I would go. I'm just not in the country.
the Naramachi Nigiwai no Ie. Currently, in this Machiya, there is an interesting exhibition that I saw, but probably when you visit, there will be another one.
Ooh, that's strange.
You can also walk around the Gangoji Temple and after that proceed to the Nara Craft Museum to get the full comprehensive visit and completely understand the beauty of Naramachi.
I think I'm more confused now than ever, really. I think that is it. Yeah, I think I'm a bit more confused, really. It's like, I felt like those were like speciality kind of houses or historical houses. But anyway, that was a video by Rising Sun, Maria in Japan. So if you did like their video, I will leave a link down in the description and you can head on over and give it a like. And if you did like my video, then please could you go down and give it a like also. And while you're down there, let me know what you thought about these houses. I was expecting something a bit more general. I guess looking at the title about traditional Japanese houses, I shouldn't have expected anything sort of modern. But I do like the look of like the Japanese architecture. I don't know. It's something about it. It does it for me in some weird way. But let me know what you thought about these houses and if you could see yourself living in one or if you're just like, nah, mate, that ain't for me. And if you'd like to see more of my journeys, I try to discover everything I can about Japan, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. But until next time, just be nice to people. Bye.